work for him.
Nowitzki working against the smaller, chunky Atkins.
Memphis is going to run with them opportunistic runs with them. You don't want to get into a you don't see Dwayne Wayne being that committed to doing that on a night-in, night-out basis.
Here is Dirk Nowitzki, gets a good look. Knee injury. Pau Gasol going up off the rim. So Pau Gasol still scoreless in the game. And on the fast break, the deflection. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Dirk Nowitzki against Sakalitis. Double team with Miller. And it winds up in Daniels' hand with a new clock. Nowitzki will take another shot.
Foot on the ground.
Down to 10. Here's the pick and roll. Nowitzki.
Bobby Jackson against Jason Terry, because both put pressure on each other and make it difficult for one another.
5 minutes gone by here in the third. Nowitzki under 2 minutes remaining in the third. Memphis making a big run here in this third quarter. Nowitzki against Gasol with the ball.
Good production off the bench for the Mavericks.
4 minutes remaining. Here's Nowitzki stopping and hitting. Dirk Nowitzki now with 31 points. 3-point attempt. Job quickly out to Terry, the point guard. Open. Nowitzki. Meanwhile, 8 points for Pau Gasol, who hits the free throws. A 2-point lead. 7 on the shot clock. Nowitzki guarded by Battier. And Dirk with a fall away in career season is Pau Gasol. Here's the penetration. And Nowitzki ended an 8-0 spurt by the Grizzlies. Here is Dirk Nowitzki. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing's wrong with that. Team game, people. Team game.
Here's Nowitzki.
Time to turn the ball over.
You like that kind of game that you played, yes?
A little bit more defense than this.
Point attempt by Atkins is short, and there they are, pushing it up again on the miss. Nowitzki with a fake and a shot. Basket counts on before the score. Stackhouse open. It's a 2-point attempt. And the rebound by Dampier. Rebound by Nowitzki and Dirk for the Grizzlies. But again, not playing the complete game. The offensive rebound. Bobby Jackson. And again, here's another transition basket. And Nowitzki scored on the shot clock. And nowhere to go was Atkins on that one.
Turnovers. You cannot turn the ball over.
Because you get a three.
They're finding ways to stay in this ball game.
Nowitzki against Pau Gasol. Close, and that's exactly what the Mavericks are doing.
Well, you know, it's funny because they have not gone to none of their pick and roll with Jason Terry and Dirk Nowitzki. I think what Avery's doing is trying to save that.
On the other networks. Meanwhile, we have under 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. A 5-point lead by the Memphis Grizzlies. Terry going to Nowitzki. Did not have control of the
line. He needs to come up with some type of plays, some type of moves down low.
Nowitzki, though,
the team have one player on there that's willing to do anything. Adrian Griffin is the Mavs player that's willing to do anything to win.
Nowitzki is into the corner. And now Terry, who feels he can beat Atkins, going around him, goes back on the pick and roll to Nowitzki. Jason Terry off the glass. Dampier misses the follow. Nowitzki has it, fires a three.
What has responded to what everyone's saying that they cannot win a playoff game. This is what it's about.
Gasol guarding Nowitzki, and Pau Gasol back in it against Dampier. Up in the air, and Stackhouse into the hands of Terry. Here's Nowitzki, wide open for three.
The first quarter, but it's been downhill after that. Let's see if they can sustain it.
First lead tonight.
Yeah, but I like that. In games 3, he was coming off those very screens and looking to pass and dumping down to the rookie. So sometimes you got to force your shot a little bit to find your rhythm.
Here's Nowitzki open for the Mogo. So Dampier, who has really been a tremendous weapon in so many ways for Avery Johnson. Really having a terrific series coming off the bench. Minutes remaining. Jerry Stackhouse out to Nowitzki. Got Pau Gasol all over him. Tough defense. And then Dampier gets it knocked away by Miller.
And took a shot in the face.
And down still. Here's Nowitzki. Hits off. 6-point lead for the Mavericks, who can match their biggest for the game, 8, or extended if Nowitzki hits this three. And 9-point Dallas lead, opening minute, third quarter. Jason Terry, Josh Howard, Sagana Diop, Dirk Nowitzki, and Adrian Griffin. for the Mavericks. Nowitzki hitting.
Foul called right there.
Griffin playing with the 3 fouls, finds an open shot. Off the rim, Griffin gets another offensive rebound. He's uncanny that winning and playing hard to the finish.
Well, Dick, it's not a 4-0 sweep. It's soon to be a 12-0, 12-love sweep. And, you know, this franchise in this city, they are dying for a win.
4 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the third. The Mavericks by 13.
There goes Dirk. Those are his sweet spots right there.
And Dirk going up, and it's,
you know, to run the hot cut here.
And Devin Harris, the backup point guard, guarded by Atkins. Dampier setting the screen, and the ball tipped away by Atkins, recovered inside by Dampier, and here's the shot hit, a 3-point basket tonight.
Well, the Mavericks really have struggled up to this series in shooting the threes tonight.
Terry and Harris and our two-headed center monster. The center monster has not been a monster. Dirk over Bowen. First all-ACC performer unanimous since David Thompson at 75. Blocked by Dampier again. His second one, first time we saw Nowitzki and Duncan head-to-head on that end of the floor.
They switch it, and that really allowed him to get in and make the block Dampier.
Now Finley has Dirk on this trip. Duncan for the help. Up against a Duncan great defense like the Spurs or Detroit had. Stackhouse to miss. That's the guy who is more willing. And on Nowitzki, Dirk has 9 points, 5 boards here in the first half.
Well, Dallas should know this is not going to come easy, this victory, as they got a mismatch, Dirk Nowitzki against big man Ashbrook.
Good turn and shoot here. You want Monty Ginobili to give it, though. They're going to need him. Not Bowen for sure. He has 2.
Well, just because you have a foul to give doesn't mean you have to give it.
There is no room for Nowitzki going offensively. Howard misses. There's Dirk with the rebound. Just back to the basket in the lane only. They extend the floor. Tough to guard. Stackhouse. Oh, beautiful move. Couldn't finish. The rebound.
Team defending the high screen and roll effectively.
Nowitzki intercepts the pass intended for Ori. Comes all the way.
Not what to do against Duncan and the others, but scoring points, as you point out.
Well, and that's why you try to speed up the game as much as possible. You bring in your talented young guard, Devin Harris, to try to get some easy fast break.
Jerry Stackhouse, who was the high scorer for the Mavericks, a sensational offensive game with 24 points, has come in the game. Here, down low is Ori, and Ori misses the layup on the feed from Finley. Crowd wondering why no foul on Ori. Under 5.5 to play. Tough skip pass made by Howard. They go into Nowitzki here in San Antonio. Mavericks losing a heartbreaker in game 1, trying to go home even 1-1. Here is Dirk Nowitzki against Alberto.
Contact sport, and we played that first half like it was a tennis match. He said give Dallas a lot of credit. They drove the ball down our throats. He goes, Cheryl, bottom line is we're just...
When you downplay this much against a good team.
Well, you can't trade baskets. You got to come up with stops. You got to get a little lucky here, too.
Harris goes back to Daniels with 8 on the shot clock. Nowitzki. And
it depends on the health of Tony Parker. Is it going to be the old Tony Parker or the banged up Tony Parker? But Ginobili has to be that guy for them.
3 on the shot clock, and Ginobili all over Nowitzki. And that's the
somewhat limited here with the quad injury and also the hip. Nowitzki, an open.
You'll agree, they're the unsung heroes, the amount of work those guys do for the coaching staff.
Well, the defenses have definitely improved, and mainly because of the computer system of the advanced scouts and then the video coordinators and the fact that of the high technology as well as the fax machine.
Nowitzki.
Ginobili on Nowitzki.
left hand.
For the guarantee by Rasheed Wallace. So that series is tied at 2. LeBron at 22 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. Nowitzki.
You can understand, you can feel the importance of this game for both teams.
I don't care, but you gotta shoot from the outside.
His aggressiveness is key. That's a big jumper for
Yes, most of the way, it has been the pace that San Antonio would like, never beyond that three-point line.
That's a welcome sign. They have really struggled from beyond the arc in this series. They've only made 10 through 3 games.
The Nets has 13 of 20 from the floor in the second quarter after opening up 7 of 19. Tied at 53. Dallas in possession. Nowitzki to the fadeaway.
On the bench, remember he put him there in the first half for less than a minute. Dallas made a little mini run, so he can't afford to keep him over there for too long.
Nowitzki.
Free throw struggles continue.
We're just underway. 3.5 gone by. Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinal series. Nowitzki was trying to draw the 1-point lead. Bowen able to recover after going for the
arms of defenders and one of the best shot blockers in the game. Parker with just a beautiful touch. And now San Antonio going to a little zone here.
Nowitzki set back by thigh injuries. Came up with a huge bounce back the other night. Nowitzki going at Finland over the last 6 minutes. Spurs up now by 7 with 2.5 to play in this opening quarter. Nowitzki off the fake. Nowitzki. Well, I enjoy, beautiful move by Howard, not able to score, but then back taps it. I enjoyed what Robert Horry said the other day. He used to be one of the small guys.
Yeah.
As the Parker gets inside and fell short. Nowitzki. Between the game clock and the shot clock, Parker not able to hit. Here comes Stackhouse. Nowitzki. San Antonio Spurs have led by as many as 8. We're just underway here in the third quarter. Dirk Nowitzki, 8 of 11. He has 19 points. Nowitzki to the fadeaway. Dallas down, 81-76. Nowitzki, yeah. Rebounded by Nowitzki. Good job by Bowen. Handling Terry. Now Barry defending on Nowitzki. Nowitzki forces and Spurs hoping to take this series back to Dallas for game 6, but Parker turned it over. Nowitzki pulls it up for 3. Yes!
Score the ball. There will be no 12 for 12 for Tim in this game.
That's how he opened in game 5. The Spurs winning at home. Nowitzki dives down the lane.
The player in the league.
Why?
The soft touch. This guy makes that shot look like it's simple and routine. That is an extremely difficult shot. No one makes that other than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Johnson made a good point to Jim Gray. He said we can miss him until the ball goes in the air. And then you got to forget about that. It's all about here and closing this. Stackhouse over Bowen. Nowitzki nice rebound.
Of Dampier and Nowitzki causing all kinds of problems.
And Barry went up to keep it alive, but Stackhouse was there. Dirk wants it, takes it, and makes it. Watch Devin Harris see if he gained confidence in that last jumper. Van Horn put Horry on the deck. Nowitzki back up to 5, equaling the largest lead. Nowitzki steps and getting it quickly.
You want to, if you're San Antonio, you want to make them score the ball, but you want it to be a 2-point field goal. You do not want to foul on the drive or the shot. Give up the 2.
Oh, beautiful.
Dallas controlling the opening tip. Nowitzki played by Duncan. Nowitzki with the step. Nowitzki away early. Van Horn defending on Duncan. Crowd wanted a foul on Van Horn. Nowitzki, yes, 5, Dallas. Final minute of the first. Ginobili now on Nowitzki. Terry now being played by Ginobili. You see Bowen switching off. Ginobili now defending on Nowitzki. Here's Nowitzki shedding 2 Spurs. And Pierre's done a good job against Duncan. Pushed him a little further out than he wanted. Terry and Harris in the backcourt. Here's Nowitzki. depending on tonight's outcome, and you'll see it on TNT. Shot clock down to 7. Nowitzki with this. And that was an example of it. It was all over Jerry Stackhouse. Nowitzki, crowd. Minute and a half to go, third quarter. Bowen defending on Nowitzki. Duncan also the only Spur to score thus far in this fourth quarter. Nowitzki, much big game experience, a member of 2 champion San Antonio Spurs teams, a member of the Olympic gold medal team for his native Argentina. 21 points for Ginobili, 19 in the second half. Nowitzki goes right at Bowen. So the Suns with a 16-10 lead. Marion out high with Nowitzki. Nowitzki off the spin.
Half inch. You give him a half inch and he just crushes you.
Marv Albert, Doug Collins, Steve Kerr, Greg Sager, Cheryl Miller working the sidelines. The entire staff on hand here tonight as Nowitzki straight down the lane.
He does that so well, using the offhand after going off the wrong foot to use his body to avoid that defender.
11 points, 5 assists for the NBA's most valuable player, Steve Nash. Nowitzki gets inside. 12 points for Thomas. Terry rebounded by Nowitzki. Rebound Nowitzki.
Entirely different player from what we saw in games 6 and 7 against San Antonio.
Nowitzki, the 3. Nowitzki, nice job by Nowitzki with the quick hands. Thomas. And it's back top, but handled by Griffin. Nowitzki taking the lead with that 37-point third quarter. Stackhouse not able to hit from beyond the 3-point line.
Basket off, so it's sideline out of bounds.
They said foul before the shot. Nowitzki. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what he sees, he just figures it out. He's amazing.
Dallas only 1 for 6 from the field. Good job here by Marion. Nowitzki able to get by. Just under 2.5 to go in this first quarter. Marv Albert, Doug Collins, and Steve Kerr from Dallas. Divided by Nowitzki. See House trying to come up with a steal. Nowitzki, good rebound.
You see Jock get out and challenge that shot. I mean, if that's Dampier, I don't think you can get that far out. Nash probably drains that.
Nowitzki. Several hours meetings. Nowitzki with the offensive board and has continually come up short. Nowitzki with a chance to tie or take the lead. Nowitzki to the fade.
He rushed it. He knew Jock was coming for the block.
Nowitzki wide open.
Anticipation. He's got Steve Nash on edge a little bit.
How about Nash without a shot attempt in the second half? Nowitzki played by Thomas. Here's Nowitzki. Only 1 shot in the second half. In the final seconds, we were talking about that with Mike D'Antoni earlier. He said he never realized that he hadn't taken a shot. Nowitzki, yeah. Tied at 1. They split the 2 games in Dallas. Shot clock is down to 3. Here's Nowitzki for 3.
1-1.
Helps the personal stat sheet. Depends where you live, Steve.
Yeah, I guess so.
Here's Nowitzki for an opportune time from 3-point range.
It's their first 3. When you see the ball start to hum for Phoenix, when it moves a couple of times for a jumper, that's when you know they've got their rhythm.
Headed for Marion. Harris is on it. Suns get back. Nowitzki with room. Yes. Nowitzki passed out of 3. Howard from downtown. Jumped with a nice back tap. Nowitzki. And the crowd has come back. They're just not able to handle it.
Well read by Howard just to get a piece of it to knock it away.
Brown wanted to travel on Nowitzki.
Dirk get out and run.
Nowitzki wide. Nowitzki for three. And the long rebound is handled by Nowitzki.
That's where your guards have to rebound. Long shots mean long rebounds. Now, once again, they're going to keep the Suns down here for 24 more seconds worth of defense.
Shot clock to 5. Nowitzki.
Yeah. By Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, it was thought that Howard would sit out game 2 because of the bone bruise in his right ankle that was suffered early in game 1. Nowitzki with the fadeaway.
Jop has guarded him most of the way. Jop's going to spend a lot of time around the rim. DL has to be able to make that shot.
Nowitzki from downtown. Minute gone by in the fourth quarter. Nowitzki played by DL. Here's Nowitzki. Yes. Both clubs struggling here at the start. Nowitzki again to the rim. Shot clock down to 6. Stackhouse gives it up. Nowitzki for 3. Yes. Nash, beautiful move. Rejected by Clark. Savannah Job back in the starting lineup, swiping that aside. Nowitzki for 3.
To be successful.
So despite the fact that Dallas has overwhelmed Phoenix here in the early moments, it is only a 6-point lead. Nowitzki backing Marion. Nice spin, and he's done. Of their last 8 from the field, and after the turnover-filled start, during that stretch over the last 6 minutes without a turnover, a 21-9 run to bring Phoenix within a point. Nowitzki, he played well by Thomas, and then able to have gone by in the third. Nowitzki, yes. Nash behind the back. Fires up a fadeaway. Harris with the rebound. Now Harris resets. Nowitzki. Yes. Here's Diaw. Missed the tip. And Dallas with a chance to replant the lead. Griffin backing Barbosa. Nowitzki for 3. Yes.
On 7.
It's only the third turnover for the Suns the last 26 minutes. Nowitzki with room. Yeah. Move back in the direction of his bench. Nowitzki now guarded by Thomas. Shot clock to 5. Nowitzki, yes. Nowitzki rebound.
Normally, I would say that's probably not a good shot, but everything's a good shot for Phoenix. Mike D'Antoni wants everybody to look for an opening all the time.
Nowitzki for 3 for the Mavericks.
Just 4 for 14 for Steve Nash tonight.
Terry trying to set things up for Nowitzki. Now Nowitzki off the dribble. Harris. The tip by
that game in overtime. Elton Brand had 40 in the first game of the Clipper series, but Phoenix won that one as well. This would be the first time that Phoenix is on losing end of an opponent's 40-point game.
Just under 2 to play in the fourth. Nowitzki for 3. Yes. Been playing hurt. Couple of ankles, sprain. Barbosa all the way, rebounded by Nowitzki, and the other night sprained his left thumb, which is heavily taped. Sean Marion getting set to check back in. Nowitzki now played by Jones, still looking for his first field goal. Nowitzki, yes!
But they're giving him, but he's not accustomed to getting up so many shots.
Phoenix up by 16. Nowitzki with the step.
Breakthrough, and they've turned it over. Suns 7 points off turnovers in this quarter. And that's a big story for them. When the Mavs turn the ball over, they get themselves in trouble.
Nowitzki.
Reason for him to leave the basket unguarded.
First field goal for Jones. Nowitzki on a
For Phoenix.
Thomas back on Nowitzki. Nice move by Nowitzki.
But Barbosa has to provide some offense now with Nash out.
Nowitzki played by Dial.
Tie game.
Well, the Suns have scored 19 points in over 15 minutes.
Nowitzki now played by Marion. Nowitzki
Gives the ball up. David Harris, pretty move. Nowitzki. Harris. Nowitzki fires away. Puts it in at the buzzer. 5 turnovers this half. When you think about it, they only had 3 in the entire first half. Now, right now, Miami in the zone, trying to keep them from does that with such ease. This is picked up now. Nowitzki, quick shot. Again! Hard, they're very unselfish, and they'll make the extra pass on the break. And they'll keep it up for the full 48 minutes. It appeared that Dallas touched that last. Nowitzki inside, draws 40% during the year, and he's up over 43% in the playoffs. Posey, one of the new members of the Miami Heat in that 5-team, 13 play. He wants to win a championship for his mother, who worked in nursing homes when they were growing up. She used to go to all his games throughout his career when he was a kid, and he says she never shut up. All she did was cheer. For 60%, he's shooting over 60% in the playoffs. When he has his man that low pin, you must give him the basketball. He needs to get up more shot attempts. As Nowitzki gets in.
Teaming if they are going to make our other guys beat them, and so far our guys aren't stepping up. Mike?
That's what Pat Riley keeps saying, Lisa. They need balance. They need guys to hit timely shots. Nowitzki, very deep 2 of the NBA Finals. Dallas winning by 10 in Game 1 and coming out even better here in Game 2. Right now with a 19-point lead. Their defense just smothering the Heat stars Dwayne Wade and Shaquille O'Neal. Dallas looking for their first ever NBA championship. He's hoping that the guys that he left out on the floor that would make it, come play tough defense, lower it, give us some hope here. Nowitzki, tough score. A lot of that when we moved to Miami. They've made a nice comeback, but they're still down by 12 and starting to run out of time. Nowitzki, shot clock winding down, falling away. Because they can fast break out. Here's another one. Griffin the steal. Nowitzki. Walker, because once the ball went into Shaq and his man vacated to go down to double team, Walker went right to the front of the rim. Walker has 8 points. Posey now on Nowitzki. Look up now, you have a number. Nowitzki. Nice little dribble to get away. Haslam for it. Here comes the double team. Bad pass from Walker. Excellent anticipation by Terry. 13 turnovers. Nowitzki for 3. Hits it. Oh, he's looking for the shot early. O'Neal stripped. Mavs have the numbers. Nowitzki throws it ahead. Nowitzki for 3.
Dirk, state of North Carolina. It's about 100 kids come to his camp every summer, and he was one of just 22 players invited this year to participate in Olympic tryouts. He turned it down without a thought.
Backcourt. Here, good solid defense. Harris, pretty move and the pass. Here and a block shot. Good basketball. Avery Johnson called out, wanted to set play here. Set play is one-on-one for Nowitzki. And Nowitzki through 8 make a heavy contribution because we know that Wade has the bad knee, the injured knee, and we know that Shaq only has 4 points since the opening quarter. Wade on the bench now with knee and 5 fouls. Nowitzki gets inside. Another. Sagana Jot with the offensive rebound. They shoot right over Jason Williams. And up 8 falls. Nowitzki, that's a 3. In and out. Nowitzki, to his credit, has been whacked, banged around, and has not complained. He's
fighting on. He has shown his toughness in the postseason. The Heat have hit 3 of 4 from downtown to start. That three-point line, 23 feet 9 inches, except in the corners where it's 22 feet. Nowitzki, single coverage by Posey. Nice move from Nowitzki. According to Avery Johnson, took too many threes. Ball broken up nicely by Griffin. And with Adrian Griffin getting his first minutes. Posey trying to poke it away. Nowitzki, 2 games. It's been all home court advantage in this series thus far. Although the road team winning right now.
If they just remember what Avery said in the first half. Get the movement, take your time, do not go with the quick shooting.
Nowitzki puts it in. It was a lost start, but Harris is very adept. Looking for Nowitzki. They've done a good job defensively on him as Nowitzki struggled with his shot.
Banks to the defense.
A minute remaining. Nowitzki with Haslam right up on him. Nowitzki knocks it down. Half hour. Everyone on his feet, cheering and yelling as the Mavericks back home after a long, long week in Miami. Nowitzki.
Transition game. In order to do that, you need one-shot attempts from Miami, also forcing turnovers.
Nowitzki knocks down another.
Yeah, but we know he can hit that shot, Mike.
Nowitzki wide open for 3.
Just when you're crashing the offensive boards.
Nowitzki very aggressive early. Drives for the hole. Stackhouse goes to get it. Inside and misses the jam. But Harris another rebound to Nowitzki. Down. O'Neal. Nowitzki leading the break. Right back. Beautiful pass. Terry. As we go into the 4-minute mark here in the second. Nowitzki goes back door. Nowitzki wants it. Final seconds. Nowitzki to the basket. Left-handed. Gets the roll in front of the team. They were shocked. He said he wasn't a very good dancer, but they got the message to just relax, start to play. And they started a 10-game win streak as Nowitzki with the strong
12 points of Haslam with 11.
Walker also with 11 rebounds, as you said, coming up big in the third. Nowitzki gets inside, off balance, knocks it